Hey y'all, it's your girl Skylar Alexandria and I'm back with another video. So as y'all can tell by the title, today's video is something a little different. Y'all know I do weekly vlogs, but we got a sit down video. I posted on Instagram asking y'all to ask me some questions and y'all did. And y'all asked, I'm here to answer. So I'm not finna waste too much time. We're gonna get right into it. So I wrote them down in my notes, the questions that y'all asked. It's not a lot, so this really not gonna be a long video, but you know, yeah. A lot of y'all was asking like the same one, so I really just like narrowed it down because I didn't want to be like too long of a video, you know. So let's just get straight into it. The first question is, what made you start a business / start doing lashes? I'm not gonna lie, I always had the idea to do lashes. Like, it was always something that I thought about because I did my own for a very long time. So it was always something that was like on my mind. But I'm the type of person where I second guess myself a lot. So I didn't feel like I was the type of person to start a business or have a business. So I kind of just like pushed it off for a very long time. And then this year, well, kind of the end of last year, but this year mainly, because I actually started it up, I would say I really told myself like to stop second guessing myself, because you really got to think about it. Everybody starts at zero. Everybody starts somewhere. So I tend to beat myself up a lot and feel like I'm just not worthy enough of a lot of things, even though that I am. So that's what made me get it going. I kind of had to psych myself into it and talk myself into it and really, like, you know, get in the mood, get in the vibe. But I've always wanted to do lashes. Like, it's always been something that I thought about. It wasn't like something just spur of the moment. I would say the timing of me starting, as I said before, was more so I wanted faster money. And I really can tell the difference between my work from when I first started versus now. Because when I first started, it was taking me so long to do sets. And I kind of didn't really care. Like, I cared, obviously. Like, I'm not about to just mess up somebody's eyes, because that's like your eyes. But I wasn't really passionate about it. Like, I took my time and I cared about like the cleanliness and stuff and all of those things. But as far as like how the lashes came out and like working with different lash maps and different curls of lashes and stuff like that, I didn't really care about that. Now obviously I do, and I'm experimenting with like different curls and stuff and trying to like really perfect my craft, because everybody's eyes are not the same. So yeah, that's like what made me start it, and that's kind of like the difference that I can tell between my intentions when I first started and my intentions now. How's your mental health right now? Oh, sorry y'all. Honestly, I would say my mental health is really good right now. I haven't really had anything that's been like stressing me or anything that could really bring me down lately. Like, a lot of stuff, I just been taking it as what it is, and I haven't really been stressing about things that I cannot control. Like, I've been learning to just let it go. If you can't control it, don't worry about it. Like, what's your #1 goal in life? I would say my #1 goal in life is to be stable. And what I mean by that is like having stuff in my name and having like stuff that nobody can take away from me. And that kind of go into the second question a little bit, but having stuff that nobody could ever take away from me. So like my business, nobody could ever take that away from me, because I started that on my own. I built that from the ground up, and I'm still building. So it's just like nobody could take that away from me. Nobody could say that, oh, they did this for me, oh, they did that for me to help with my business, because to be honest, nobody really did. I did all that on my own. I'm still doing it on my own. Like, another thing that I want to have my own, like, I want a house in my name. I want multiple cars in my name. Like, I want to have enough where I can't really want or need for anything, if that makes sense. Like, I'm trying to explain it the best way that I can, but I don't really know how to. But my number one goal in life is to be stable. I want to be as stable as possible, and I feel like that's something that a lot of people my age don't think about right now, but that's like the main thing on my mind. So that's why I work as hard as I do, and I do as much as I do right now, because then once I get older, like 30s, you know, stuff like that, I'll be set. Like, I won't really have to worry about too much. So yeah, my biggest goal is to be stable. What advice would you give someone going into adulthood? Have something that can't nobody take away from you, because I feel like in the world that we live in, a lot of people like to do stuff for you and then throw it back in your face after. So have something that nobody can take away from you. Nobody could say or like downplay about you. Like, make sure you are set. Like, make sure you are in a good position to do whatever. Well, something that my grandma says is put yourself in a position to do something about your position. So that speaks for itself. I would say that's my biggest piece of advice. Make sure you have something that nobody can take away from you. I will also say, don't let, I'm trying to think how to word this. Don't get so caught up in a fast lifestyle, because I feel like the world that we in right now, everybody is so caught up in a fast lifestyle. Like, everybody want the trips, the bags, the cars, the clothes, the shoes. Everybody wants all of that, and that's fine. It's good to want that. Like, you gotta want stuff for yourself, but let's not also forget about the long run. So like I said, yeah, we want to take trips, we want bags, we want clothes, we want cars, we want all of that. Do you have a roof over your head? Are you, while you taking all these trips, are you still saving money to make sure that you got a place to lay in the event that something happens and you can't stay with your parents, or you in school and you stay in your dorm, you get kicked out your dorm, something like that? Like, just don't lose sight of what we're here for. Don't get so caught up in that fast lifestyle and stuff like that, because it's really easy to, but it's not necessarily the best thing in the long run. So yeah, I think that's all I really gotta say. What's something you're proud of? I would say, this gonna sound so bad and so like selfish, but I'm proud of myself, because I feel like I've come a long way in such a short period of time, and I really like worked on myself internally, like all my traumas and things that trigger me and stuff like that. And I've also worked on just like believing in myself and building myself up and pouring into myself. I would say that's what I'm most proud of, because growing up, I kind of felt like, you know, like the odd one out a lot of times. So this year I've really been like prioritizing me, and I would say even especially so in like the past month or two, I've been prioritizing myself and putting myself first, and really like being selfish with myself. I hate to say it, but sometimes you really do got to be selfish, because everybody else is. Nobody is really looking out for you. Sometimes you really have to look out for yourself. So I would say I'm most proud of me. You feel me? Because I'm really like that. I'm really on my stuff, on my P's and Q's at a very young age. What do you consider a perfect off day? That is like an amazing question. I honestly would say any day where I could just chill. Because I feel like my life, like I'm always like on the move, always doing something. So I would say a perfect off day is any day where I could just chill and like bed rot. I'm sorry, I love bed rotting. It's just binge watching TV shows. That's a perfect off day for me. Especially like if it's food in the house, like, you know, I love that. That's a perfect off day. Any day where I could just chill and not have to worry about nothing, not have to do nothing, fine by me. Where do you see yourself in 5 years? How old would I be in 5 years? 24? Yeah. In 5 years, I would hope to be engaged or married. I would hope to have either an apartment or a home, but something that's mine, you know. I would hope that my business has flourished to the point where I no longer have to work a 9 to 5, you know. What else? I think I would want to have, in 5 years, I would want to have probably at least, like, why is your music that loud? In 5 years, I would probably hope to have at least 3 cars of my own. Right now, I'm at 2, so I only need 1 more. But I would hope to have 3 cars of my own, like in my name. Yeah. I'm about to start school, so I think in 5 years I would have graduated. I would hope to have graduated from college and just be done. What else? I'm trying to think. I think that's it. Those are the things that I would hope that I have accomplished in 5 years. I don't really think I want a kid in 5 years. Maybe. But personally, I would want to at least be engaged or married before I have a kid. So yeah, I think that's where I would like my life to be at in 5 years. How's your faith? I would say my faith is very, very strong. Like, I find myself talking to God a lot. But I also feel like because I'm just now really getting in touch with it, like, growing up, I always went to church and stuff, but I don't think I ever really took it as serious as I do now. But I find myself talking to God a lot, like, about my relationship, about my life, about things that I want to do. But I also feel like I don't know how to talk to God at the same time. Like, I feel like I'm thinking it, so I feel like he knows what I'm thinking. He knows what my heart wants. But I feel like I struggle most with actually, like, saying it, like, really, like, getting down and really, like, sitting there and asking him for these things. Like, I think it, but I'm not technically asking. But regardless, my faith is very strong. So I'm still working on learning how to, like, do Bible study and stuff like that. I go to church. I'm not gonna say I go to church every week. I really don't. But I try to go, you know, probably twice a month, stuff like that. Like, I try to go as much as I can. Sometimes I really do just be waking up late and I miss church, but I do have intentions on going. But yeah, I would say my faith is very strong, but I am working on my relationship with God and also showing God that I do care about him and I do worship him, and he is a big part of my life, if that makes sense. So yeah. What hobbies do you have? What's so crazy is I really don't have any. My hobbies would really just be like YouTube, going to the gym. That's really it. Like, I'm such a busy girl. I never, like, take time to just do other things, if that makes sense. Like, I just be having stuff going on, so I really don't be having time to do other things. But that's one of the things that I'm working on. Like I said a couple videos ago, I'm working on romanticizing my life, and I mean it when I said that. Like, I literally am working on that. Like, I want myself to not look back in a couple years and be like, I wish I would have did this differently or did that differently, or I wish I would have gotten out there more. Because I kind of feel myself feeling like that now, because I kind of closed myself off for the past couple years. So I'm feeling like I need to open back up and really like explore life and get the most out of life. So those really my main two hobbies, like YouTube, gym. That's really all I do outside of the other regular stuff that I do. If you could go back and redo anything, what would it be? This is like a hard question for me because I'm a very, very strong believer in everything happens for a reason. So I kind of wouldn't necessarily go back and redo anything because I feel like everything that I've done has taught me a lesson and has like led me to where I am now, and the mindset that I have now, and the growth that I've had and stuff like that. So I wouldn't necessarily really go back and change anything. I feel like everything is a lesson. Everything happens for a reason. So I wouldn't want to change something and then that means something now or something in the future will go differently. Y'all get what I'm saying? Y'all get my vibe? Yeah, I wouldn't really go back and do anything. I feel like things are the way they are because they need to be that way, you know, or they're supposed to be that way. So yeah, all right, we made it through all our questions. I hope I answered those questions to y'all liking. I tried to answer to the best of my ability. This is so weird for me. I'm not used to doing like, you know, sit down, getting personal, but hey, I do want to do one of these again, so maybe like a little later on. But I wouldn't mind doing one of these again. I think it was actually like very insightful to sit here and talk about these things. So y'all can stay tuned for that. Y'all can ask me some more questions, you know, down the line and stuff. And yeah, that's really all I got for y'all. Thank y'all. I love y'all. And I'll see y'all in the next one.